Thank you for being on
You're welcome.
on the set, Payton. So you're a swimmer here at Emory and Henry, your first year. As a pastime, a lot of us enjoy swimming, but how did you get involved in swimming competitively?
Well, I started swimming when I was 8, and it was because my dad swam, and it just kind of became part of my life, a daily routine. When I got to high school, I would get done classes, and then I would go straight to practice, and I can't imagine not swimming.
So you talked about a routine that you have here. Can you take me through the day in the life of Payton during swim season?
Sure. We practice every evening from 3 to 5, but during the day we have our usual classes and whatnot. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays we practice from 6 to 8 in the morning. And it is difficult getting up and going to classes after practice, but it's what we do.
And you put in a lot of time with the team, but swimming is so individualized for training, for mental preparation. What kind of things do you do individually, and how much work do you think you put in by yourself as a swimmer?
Well, everything you do, everybody prepares differently. And what I do is I just make sure I'm getting enough practice in, making sure I'm listening to the coach, making sure my technique's correctly. And whenever we do the work, instead of going through the motions, we do everything that we're supposed to do.
And a lot of that has really turned out well for you in your swimming career. You're from Delaware, and you swam in the state meet there. What events did you swim in?
I swam the 50 free and the 100 free, and I swam various relays throughout the 4 years. But I was state champion my sophomore year, which was really exciting, and I got second and third in the 50 the next 2 years.
So you talked about being state champion. What were some of the emotions going through your head? What kind of pressure did you have?
It didn't sink in at first. I didn't realize it until after the meet that, wow, I got first. It was just kind of amazing, and I got interviewed by a couple of news reporters, and it just didn't seem real to me that it happened, because being a sophomore, swimming against girls that were 18, just being 15 years old, it was pretty amazing.
How have you been able to keep that consistency throughout your swimming career? That's a really early age to accomplish a feat like that. How have you been able to keep that passion?
Well, just keeping a good mindset and just the love of a sport. It's a really tough sport, but you just have to learn to love it. And I had a lot of support from my teammates, and I had a lot of older kids from my YMCA club team to look up to and just follow in their footsteps. And it was just, I had a lot of support.
I know before you got here, there was a big excitement about you swimming in the meet, and this is a huge recruiting class coming in for swimming. A lot of people talking about that you were a D1 prospect and had some of those looks. How did you end up at Emory?
Well, I got recruited by Dave, and I checked out the school, I checked out the academics, and with the combination of the scholarships and the pre-med program and the swimming, everything just fell into place, and it was just a wonderful opportunity to come here, and I wouldn't change anything for the world. I'm so glad I came here.
Coming here now, what are you studying here at Emory? You said were on a pre-med track.
Yes, I'm considering majoring in either biology or chemistry and minoring in psychology. And it's a lot of work, but swimming kind of keeps me grounded, and just as I'm doing well in swimming, I do well in my academics as well.
So what types of things do you want to do with that degree? I know there are a lot of different tracks and a lot of different mindsets as far as that. So what do you want to eventually do?
I haven't decided. I do plan to go to med school, but there's just so many options of the medical field that I haven't quite pinned down what I want to do precisely, but I do plan on going to medical school.
Was there a specific event or anything that kind of led you to become a pre-med major?
Yes. I went to a technical school in Delaware, and I really enjoyed my health professions class, and I got my CNA license, which is a certified nursing assistant. And I really liked going to the elderly home. We had to put in a certain amount of hours, and just being there, helping them, taking care of them, seeing what the doctors and the nurses were doing, that I just knew I needed to be there.
And you talk about some of those experiences. I'm involved a lot in service, and I know there are sometimes there are those spark moments that you kind of hit, or you have a favorite moment. Can you tell me a favorite moment that you had when you were performing some of those as a CNA?
Yes, I did. We took care of the elderly women, and it's just whenever I got finished helping them, feeding them, or changing their clothes, they were just so grateful, and I just realized that if it wasn't for us, they would be sitting there in their dirty clothes, and they wouldn't be able to get up and move around. It was just really, it kind of made me feel good that I was able to help them.
So out of all of this, is there anything that you bring in that with, academics and swimming and anything? Is there like a central point for you in all of this?
Just making sure I'm doing everything to the best that I can, and I want to do something good in life, and swimming helps me with that, and coming here for the academics helps me with that.
And I just quickly want to talk about the team. This is a very young team, all kind of coming in together. I think there may only be one sophomore on the team with Caitlin McNabney. So can you kind of talk about the team? I may have some of my facts incorrect on that, but
she's.
Oh, okay. Well, so a full freshman team. Okay, so I mean, it sounds like you've already went through some difficult times this season. So can you kind of just talk about, what the preparations has been for an all-freshman team this year?
We have 7 very talented girls, and we all come from different teams with different backgrounds. But when we put everyone together, we have just this bond that's just amazing, and we put in a lot of work throughout the week, as I was talking about, getting up at 5:30 for practice and doing doubles on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's just a lot of work, but our goal, it takes a lot of dedication and commitment, and that's what we have. And our goal is to win and to give an impression on our conference this year, and we did that at the relay meet and at the Ferrum meet.
So can you talk about some of the experiences what was your favorite moment from that meet, the very first college meet?
The Ferrum meet, it was amazing. At the relay meet, one of my friends, Nicole, we were behind the blocks, and it was the first event, and we were the first relay, and she told us, she was like, do you realize that we're about to swim the first ever race for varsity Emory and Henry swimming? And it was just kind of like the realization that, wow, we're in college, we're freshmen, we're new to this, we don't have upperclassmen to help us through, we're doing this on our own, and we're making an impression for this conference, and we're making our mark on Emory and Henry. It was just really amazing. And then at the Ferrum meet, it was just so wonderful to get first place and second place in every single event. And there was some competition at Ferrum. There was a couple of really good girls, but our hard work paid off, and we're hoping to see that throughout the next meets in the season.
So I definitely thank you for that, and we're going to be looking to see how well this first Emory and Henry varsity swim team competes. Do you know when the next time you'll be competing at home is?
The next time we will be competing at home is November 16th against King.
Okay, so we'll make sure that some of our viewers get out there and are able to come support you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on the set.
Thank you.
You've been listening to this sports interview on EHCTV. You can find us on Comcast Cable, channels 70 and 95 on Wednesday and Thursday nights at 7. Thanks for joining me, Olivia Bailey, for this sports interview.